You know, I spoke to the minister when I was at Canto a couple of weeks ago in Bahamas, and he did mention this big rollout. So when I saw it on the news last evening, I said to myself, okay, things are happening, and this is under the Public Administration and AI Ministry. We welcome from iGovTT. They are part of the AI branch of the ministry. They are going to do, or at least yesterday had the rollout. I think it's live already. It's the National AI Digital Assistant. With us, the Deputy CEO of iGovTT, Charles Bobb-Semple, is here with me on set. Good morning.
Good morning. Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to be here, and you're with great company. Irwin Williams, I don't know if we have any relation. We're trying to work it out there just now, but we're not too sure. We'll find out. But Irwin, great to see you. You are head of software development.
Yes.
And in that regard, let me probably just start with Irwin and come back to you, Charles. Walk me through the kind of work that went on the back end to bring this live. Because I'm sure as you and a whole team would have brought this forward.
Well, I'll actually start with that. It really is a pretty big team in iGovTT that worked together to bring this together, largely because for us it was an evolution. Our ministry has really driven home the point that we are on a track of digital evolution. And so iGovTT provided a chatbot service for many years via TT Connect. It still does really for a number of ministries, departments, agencies. And so that means you go to one of those websites, there's a little chatbot on the bottom right pop-up, but that is very, very human-oriented. It's limited in terms of the number of options you have, and it could direct you to an agent immediately.
Yeah, well, I saw that on the news last evening when they were asking questions, and he was getting the information as to what's required if you want to get a passport and that kind of stuff. But Charles, the name itself, Anansi, I mean, it's always good to coin a name and to give it a personality, as it were. Who came up with the name, Charles, and what is Anansi? I mean, such a iconic name from our folklore.
Yeah, the name was actually determined by our minister himself in a meeting. So the Anansi is really to give recognition to a character that we know from our cultural heritage, a character who embodies, from the stories, all the wisdom and using ingenuity and the wisdom that he has, able to solve complex problems. And so in the digital world now, Anansi, the new government National Digital Assistant, is meant to assist the citizens in traversing the complex web of information of government services that we have available online.
And this is a 24/7 product. 24/7. So in essence, those looking on, especially for our senior supporters of the program, who, and again, many are up to the time with the technology. We can't assume that they don't know what's happening. Many are very, very able on the smartphones. You're going in and you're asking Anansi a question, and you're going to get in real time a response as to what's required for a particular service. Yes.
Correct.
So yeah, 24/7, as you mentioned, and is a single trusted point from which the citizens could get information. And where it does JW, you mentioned any information. So it doesn't require the citizen to understand the structure of government. So from one location, a trusted source, I could ask information, as an example, what grants can I access? Now, grants are not dedicated to one ministry in particular, but cross several ministries, agencies, and divisions. And so from one single point, we would have shared the chatbot, and those are one-to-one relationships. This bot will give you information about this ministry. Anansi will traverse the entire ecosystem and provide you with a response accordingly.
So I would imagine, and I'll probably bring Irwin in, that is what separates Anansi from, let's say, you're going to Google and just do an advanced search.
Yes,
basically.
Certainly. And I like that I want to come back to the question you asked about different kinds of people, different experiences coming to a service like this. When you bring your experiences, typically, for some of these services that existed before, advanced search, for example.
Because you could have gone to Google and search.
You had to be very aware. You had to know a lot to ask the question properly. Whereas with Anansi, you come as you are. You ask in whatever form you're comfortable with. Some persons may ask a full paragraph. I am new to I'm going to get my first adult passport. What should I do? Another person might just say, how to get a passport. or I want a passport. And how we, in our parlance, how we talk. And what Anansi's meant to do is help pause, figure out that question, and take it to truth.
What happens if Anansi can't answer a question? Like somebody can't frame it correct, and like, is there ever a moment when Anansi will not be able to bring an answer?
I'm sure about that. Now, Anansi, the solution is a combination of both AI and what we term as HI. So artificial intelligence, human intelligence. And if for some reason you were to ask Anansi a question, and after 2 attempts they can't answer, it transfers to a human agent who will then assist accordingly. If possibly the human agent doesn't have the answer, because we don't have the details perhaps from the ministry, they will get that information. We identify the information gap. We update Anansi accordingly. So all of us continue to teach Anansi as well.
Okay, interesting. Let me bring Irwin in, head of software. We know we are definitely in a time of cybersecurity concerns. What's the privacy level like? Is it that, you know, when I'm talking to Anansi, it's a private conversation?
So, 2 ways to answer that question. First off, when you start, we do ask you, what's your name, what's your email address? That's actually to connect you back to a live agent later on. But beyond that, your conversation is secure. It's between you and iGovTT. We use modern, regular security mechanisms to ensure that you can't snoop on it. But more than that, I like how you mentioned cybersecurity. iGovTT actually had a cyber drill, a national cyber drill, just a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yes, so that,
driven by our head of security, Nigel Niwalo Singh. And the thing that we recognize is we all need to be cyber aware, concerned for cybersecurity. So Anansi doesn't forget that. It doesn't run afoul of those mechanisms. Instead, we use best-in-class mechanisms to secure the conversation, to ensure the information is shared between you and us.
So no, yesterday would have been the launch?
Yes.
So Anansi is live right now?
Live right now.
How can we access it? Where do we go? How can someone start to talk to Anansi today?
Yeah, so you go to ttconnect.gov.tt, Anansi is there. You can direct your site to anansi.tt or anansi.gov.tt. And please, we encourage everyone, please utilize it. Because what it does, it also gives us information, and we continue to educate and teach Anansi. Yeah.
I would imagine though, when, you know, being in your sector, a project like this, of this magnitude, that's going to bring a serious change on the national populace. It must be an exciting time. It must be a sense of joy to work on something of such a magnitude and scale.
Yes, certainly. I mean, you mentioned Google a while ago. People are familiar with Google and doing cool things with Google. Yes. Our ability to build the cool thing, very exciting. I mean, people were oh, we doing this now? We doing the thing we saw announced last week inside iGovTT. Yeah, man, we're building things that are relevant and related to technology usage today.
Well, let me bring our Deputy CEO back in, because Anansi is here. The rollout is official. Anansi is live. But when we consider the whole concept of digitizing the public service, the sector, any exciting news? What else? If it could reveal what else is in the pipeline that we could look forward to in the weeks and probably months ahead?
Sure. So the intention is to continue to build on Anansi. So right now is that mostly information. So you go there to get information. Irwin and the team already working on how do we move Anansi to execution and implementation. In other words, Anansi, please book an appointment for me. And Anansi will be like, sure, no problem. Who would you like to book the appointment with? Ministry of Works. And we'll give you options with times. So we want to continue to move the needle, and we'll progressively elaborate the solution, or what Irwin and the team will term agile development, and continue to scale Anansi accordingly.
Yeah, and that's exciting news. Irwin, I mean, obviously, I just mentioned so many look at the program, and I mean, my mom, she is a retiree and very versed with the phone. Right. Many other retirees also, but just generally from your observation, from you being on the ground, is the nation moving with the times? Are we ready for this kind of change, this overhaul that might take place in the years ahead?
I mean, I heard our CEO, Dr. Miajan, quote a stat yesterday that we are 125%, in terms of mobile penetration. Trinidad has been moving with digital for a long time.
Great.
I think what the government is doing is jumping in to demonstrate that we are right there with you. whatever the latest technology is, we are looking for ways to introduce that into your landscape and ensure you benefit from it. There are dangers to that, of course. New technology typically comes with some learnings that could be critical. So our orientation is very agile. We understand, we change, we evolve.
Hey, Charles.
I just want to add as well, so a safeguard, a safety net, is the fact that our TT Connect centers remain available. So all of the mechanism through which a citizen can interact still applies.
The original formula.
Original formula is still there. So you can call 800 TTCN, you could walk into one of our 7 TT Connect centers and transact business accordingly as well.
Just adding a next dimension really to the already existing product. Next layer. Well, great stuff. Exciting news. Feel free, any new developments, you're always welcome to share with us on the program. Yes,
Thanks very much.
Happy to be here. Thanks, man.
Yeah, definitely. Charles and Irwin touching base. Anansi, that's the name. It's live. And you could go on there, ask your questions, talk to Anansi. It's private, and you'll get an immediate response, and it's 24/7. Great stuff. Let's get ready for the pause. We come back, do a little housekeeping before the 7 a.m. news update. See you soon.